This is Group 1's research paper. Title is Reducing Filipino Household Electricity Bill by Optimizing Hours of Usage of Common Appliances. For the introduction, according to the Household Energy Consumption Survey 2011, electricity is the most common energy source used by a Filipino household. More than half of 58 of households using electricity belong to the lowest income group. On the same survey, 91.9% of Filipino households that practices fuel and energy conservation said that electricity is expensive. Especially nowadays, households have been progressively relying on electricity. Almost all of the members of the family are staying inside their homes 24 hours since the community quarantine began. And for that, household appliances are working 24/7. That's why the electricity bill increases compared to the previous months before the community quarantine.
In this paper, linear programming will be used to make a model that will optimize the use of common home appliances with the objective of reducing electricity consumption and electricity bill. With the help of Pareto optimization, coefficients for numerical priority based on the power consumption in kilowatt hour, how common the end use is, and average monthly consumption per household will be derived. We will discuss how the model will provide the consumers with efficient use of energy, and we will analyze the optimized values of the decision variables.
For the methodology, two optimization techniques are used, Pareto optimization and linear programming. We use Pareto optimization to normalize the raw data that we have gathered using the maximization and minimization formula. After calculating the total scores of each appliance, it was converted to percentage to simplify the data for easier comparing. As for the linear programming, we use this because it's an important technique to find the optimum research utilization.
For the constraints for this research, the constraints are power consumption, cost or budget, and non-negativity constraints. So these are the results. For the comparison of the two models, Model 1 has an allocation of budget while the other model doesn't have. For their similarities, they both maximize preferences based on wattage of appliances, and it has a monthly power consumption constraint. These are the figures showing the Python output for solving the linear programming problem with and without allocation of budget.
Model 1 has produced a lower power consumption of 173 kilowatt per hour and 1,314 pesos worth of electricity. Without a specified budget, Model 2 presented higher values. However, with a save 1 kilowatt hour from the constraint, a decrease of 58 pesos can be considered good. The distribution rate per monthly kilowatt hour collected by Meralco becomes lower depending on the interval that your monthly kilowatt hour falls under. Electricity bills with 201 kilowatt hour electricity consumption need to pay 1,383 per kilowatt hour, while those with 200 kilowatt electricity consumption needs to pay 1 peso and 12 centavos per kilowatt hour.
The values of the decision variables or appliances are almost identical. Model 1 used 25 minutes a refrigerator while Model 2 did 3. This difference alone raised the power consumption difference of Model 1 and Model 2 to about 26 kilowatt hours. According to the 2018 degree project, the number of door openings and the duration of the door remains open to have a relevant influence on energy consumption.
Both models recorded 0 hour of usage for air conditioner, rice cooker, and flat iron. Air conditioner was the least prioritized appliances based on the derived numerical priorities, resulting in a 0 hour of usage. According to the 2011 HECS, only 21.2% of Filipino households use electricity for cooking. Filipino households mainly use liquefied petroleum gas or LPG for cooking. However, as rice cookers do not consume much electricity, it is alright to use it so that a household can allot the supposed portion of cooking rice for other cooking needs.
The model assumed that the appliance's usage is the same for every day. The temperature setting for appliances like refrigerator and air conditioner should also be considered as it affects their electricity consumption.